Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we're continuing one of my favorite traditions, making a new seasonal outfit using only my fabric and yarn stash. I've done this for the past summer and autumn, and this time we're making winter clothes, cozy, layered and inspired by the timeless world of Little Woman. Think soft silhouettes, romantic colors and practical comfort. Something you could wear while writing letters by the fire or walking through snow-dusted streets. Making a new outfit when the seasons change has become a small ritual that helps me slow down, reconnect with my creativity, and welcome the new season with intention. If this resonates with you, please consider subscribing to the channel and check my other videos. Before starting any project, I like to take a look at my fabric and yarn stash. A few months ago, I received a large donation of fabric from a retired tailor, so I have the advantage of having almost an endless supply of fabric in my stash, but the disadvantage is that I didn't choose the colors, so I have to work with what I have. Sometimes I see tutorials with such beautiful fabrics that I feel a little bit bad about not being able to buy new ones, but there are still a few that can be put to good use, and this forces me to be creative. I really wanted to use this green fabric for a while. It's so pretty and simple, yet warm enough for winter. The last time I made a dress like this, I didn't have enough fabric and had to do some patchwork and make smaller pieces, but here I have more than enough, which is a relief. For the color, I haven't decided on the color yet. These are the yarn balls I've pulled that could work. The good news is that almost all of them have enough yarn to crochet a color, so I can pick a single color or go for a multicolored color. It really depends on the pattern I decide to use. Okay, let's get started on the dress. I'm using the sit-tie dress pattern again. I made this dress in the fall and I've been wearing it non-stop. It's just so pretty and comfortable. I'm even thinking of making a sleeveless version this summer. Time to start tracing and cutting. There's something so meditative about cutting fabric. It's like each piece already knows what it's meant to become. I'm just helping it get there. While I was working on the dress, a package arrived from Lily Silk, who are kindly sponsoring today's video. I'm so excited, it's been a while since I had new clothes. These are the pieces I chose for this winter. I'm going to start with the set I was most excited for. It's made from incredibly soft cashmere, with a relaxed fit that's perfect for cozy days at home. A fun detail is the detachable hood. You can turn it from a hoodie into a round neck sweater in seconds. The hood is easy to detach and the buttonholes are completely concealed inside. This small detail is very well done. I'm going to live in this set. A white sweater is an essential piece in any wardrobe. This Lily Silk white sweater reminds me of a lovely snowed meadow. The mock neck is flattering without being too tight, and it works perfectly on its own or layered as a base piece. And finally, I also chose this knit sweater for my mom. She's allergic to polyester, so she can only wear high-quality natural fibers. This is going to be the best Christmas present. It feels like a heirloom garment. She's going to treasure this. Thank you to Lily Silk for the opportunity to bring these pieces into my wardrobe. Oh, ay. It's a chill afternoon, and today I'm planning to get the top part of the dress done. Last time I shifted ties from the front to the back. This time I'm skipping them altogether. Those openings with ties always leave me a bit cold on the chest and back, so I want the top fully closed. And to give it a little woman charm, I'm thinking of adding a row of buttons to the front bodies. I can't share the steps of making this dress because the creator of the pattern already has a wonderful tutorial about it, but I will share as I figure out how to hack the pattern to make buttons on the top. Now that the base of the top is done, I can start planning where the buttons will go. I'm going to try using the bias tape that comes with the pattern, not as actual bias, but as the backing for the buttonholes. At first, it didn't seem long enough, and I saw in the tutorial comments that some people had the same issue. It's not a pattern mistake. In my case, I had accidentally saw the middle corner in the opposite direction, so I just unpicked it, flipped it, and that fixed the length. Hopefully this helps if it happens to you too. Here I am checking the overlap to see how it sits, and honestly, I think it's going to work perfectly. To make sure I will sew the buttons on the right side, I just checked one of my dresses. Apparently, in a woman's garment, buttonholes are located on the right front or left back. In a men's garment, they are located on the left front or right back. Now, I just need to add the buttonholes. I had these old buttons saved for this dress and they are finally getting their moment. If you want to try this, you will need a special buttonhole foot. It holds the button in the back so the machine knows the exact size. This goes down between the two stops and it just makes it on its own. I usually test it on a scrap first because I always forget the steps, and it also helps me transfer the exact measurements to the dress. To make sure the buttonhole starts in the right place, I use pins as guides. The red line on the foot has to match the bottom pin. It will start there and stitch upward. I forgot to align the foot properly, so they ended up a little crooked. For the next ones, I took my time and aligned everything carefully. I hope these explanations are helpful if you're a beginner. Learning how to make buttonholes with a sewing machine has been life-changing for my projects. When I was a complete beginner. I like to self-draft my garments, and I still do sometimes, but I think I learned much more by using patterns associated with tutorials because I learned how to finish each step correctly. And it makes me understand better how clothes are done. So if you're a beginner and afraid of patterns, don't be. They will illuminate your way. Okay, so this is how the top looks without the ties. Very cute. Although I'm not completely sure if the sleeves ended up a little bit too short for winter. I couldn't resist trying it on the moment I finished attaching everything, and it's gorgeous. But the back looks a little bit too loose and roomy for my size. So I thought about adding a bow and inserting ties at the sides of the bodice. This was super easy to modify, but once I tried it on, it felt like too much. The bow kind of stole the simplicity of the dress, and I felt like a big wrapped present. So I decided to go with a simple strap across the back instead. I'll show you the final design later. Now I want to add a vintage touch to the outfit, something the March sisters would wear. They style it especially in the 1994 film, and it feels so charming and festive for Christmas. I've been searching for a pattern for days, and I finally found the one I want to use. This one from Realm Designs. Since this will probably be my Christmas Day outfit, I'm going with a reddish purple and I might a little white detail at the end. The written pattern confused me at first, but once I turned it into a chart, it finally clicked. I'll work on this quietly for a bit. I feel like I've been talking so much in the first part of the video, and with the cold weather, my throat is starting to protest a little. So grab a hot cup of your favorite drink, get cozy, and relax while I move on to the next projects.
Rodrigo, you arrived seeking the Duke of Lancashire. Harky, who goes there? Symbols. Wait, it's Rodrigo. Is it father? I felt bold on leaving Concord, but I confess I find New York rough and strange.
You're far from home, Miss Batch.
I love how in the 1994 Little Woman film, everything the sisters wear feels handmade and lived in. Nothing is perfect, but everything has love in it. And that's the energy I wanted for this outfit. The next project was inspired by the modern Little Woman movie. The sisters wear these cute knitted mittens, and I thought it would be so nice to have my own. Someday I'd love to knit a pair, but for now I'm going to upcycle this green sweater I've been denying to throw. It's in terrible conditions for a sweater, but I like the green and I know it's going to make really cozy mittens. I had also kept this fleece that came out terribly ripped from the washing machine. I'm going to use it as a warm lining. Now I'm going to cut the pieces carefully so I can keep the texture, and then shape them into mittens. This winter outfit isn't just about clothes, it's about the joy of creating with intention, whether that's sewing, crocheting, or thoughtfully choosing pieces that last. Even small acts, like finishing a project from your stash or choosing to repair something, are a little way of honoring your creativity and your values. Even if you're doing it wrong as I am in this process. Since I decided to self-draft the pattern, it's wrong from the beginning. Here's what I made, and this is how I should have made it. I realized too late when it was already sewn, but since the fabric is stretchy, I could make it work. But if you do make these mittens, use the reference I just shared or look at a proper tutorial first. And here it is, my little woman-inspired winter outfit, made using fabric and yarn I already had. First we have the modified seed tie dress, soft, flowy, and perfect for layering this winter. This is how the back turned out. It gently defines the waist without losing the simplicity of the dress. I'm still unsure about the sleeves, they feel a bit short. Let me know in the comments if you think I should adjust them. Then I have my handmade crochet collars. I love how they add a vintage touch to the outfit. And finally the upcycled mittens. I'm looking forward to making some more. This is the kind of outfit that makes me feel grounded, creative, and content. Every season I fall a little bit more in love with this process of making a seasonal outfit. With each project I grow a bit and my style grows with me. Proof that life is never still, we are always quietly evolving. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my small creative world. If you want to see my historical weekend in the Basque Country from the past weekend, you can go watch this video next. See you next time. Adeu!